Hello, can anyone hear me now? Hello? Seem to be having technical issues. Wait.
Hello, can anyone...
Oh, there we go. That was loud.
Oh, that came out of nowhere. Right. So, apologies for the brief moment of silence. In
fact, I'm pretty sure I turned off the push to chat in the game. But given that Isty has said something already, possibly still broadcasting my voice. So let's just make sure that's off. Whoa, shush. Whoa, that's weird. A billion notifications all at the same time.
Push to talk is on. So, yes, apologies for the brief technical difficulties. It is the first time I've streamed anything in a little while. We're here on, in the Albert Park circuit in Australia. Oh. Let's just bring up some stuff. Full track map. Thank you very much. Lap data. We shall have that. Even if it doesn't end up working properly. Telemetry. Not for the qualifying, which we're in a couple of minutes in now. Detail is just the tyres. Everyone is going to be doing their laps on soft tyres, which is to be expected. After all, there is no longer a Q2 tyre rule, so everyone's going to be doing their laps on soft tyres unless someone decides to do something strange. Right. Hang on. Right, so I think my microphone might be a bit too loud. Let me just see if I can edit that. Turn the gain down a little bit. Manually with the the knob on the side of the microphone. Yeah, so unfortunately having to troubleshoot all these issues, unfortunately that's the kind of person I am. I don't really have the time to find out the issues, especially today. I would have done it earlier, but I had other important things to be taken care of. I.e., my mum was calling me. Anyway, we're here with Big Six on his first flying lap of this session here. We're doing short qualifying, so no Q1, Q2, Q3 here, so there wasn't going to be a qualifying tyre rule anyway, even if we were on last year's game. And it's nice to know that there's no audio crackling going on like has been happening a couple of times. McLaren going slowly there. That is either Liam or Pookie. Oh, bringing up all the wrong stuff. Let's see if we can find McLaren. Is that Pookie? No, it was Big Liam who was going slowly. Is going slowly because he's invalidated his lap time. At the minute, it's looking like it's going to be the ARX, the AlphaTauri of ARX Biscuit, who sets the first flying lap here. The benchmark. Reese goes next. Big Six. That's a few tenths behind. And, the time's coming flying in now. Currently, it's Pookie who has the benchmark now. We've got a Red Bull. That was Eddie 1, who's just gone 5 tenths quicker. The other Red Bull of Lagand is coming around the final corner right now as Luka Jovic goes 4 tenths faster than Eddie. Where is Lagand going to put it? 6th place with a 1:19.1. And then there's an Aston Martin. That's not Groffel, it was Lasso. Lassoing any horses lately? No? Bad joke. I
Cowboys and whatnot. I don't know.
So, there's been a handful of invalidations. Some cars haven't even gone out yet. One of those is coming out. That's Goshan. Was in the Mercedes last time out. I'm trying to figure out who is going to be across the line first. Got A-Lord here in the Alfa Romeo, but he has invalidated. Crack on an outlap. Big Liam coming through the third sector here in the McLaren on what is going to be his first attempt at a... well, not his first attempt, his second attempt. His first time on the board. And he's had a clean lap this time. Where's he going to go? 1:18.3. That's enough for P4. 2/10 ahead of his teammate Pookie. Red lights flashing on the back of Lagan's Red Bull here. Who is going to be next? We've got just A-Lord. Really? Isti has just started his flying lap here. Now the Alpine, got to admit, I really like the engine sounds on this game. Oh, as someone's gone wide there, that is Liam, I think. Someone said a spin too. That's the Aston Martin. I can't see any player names over anyone. I don't remember if that's a thing in spectator mode. I don't remember. As Shankstar is having connection issues or something. Goshan is about to start his flying lap. As Isti, heading towards the former turns 11 and 12, now turns 9 and 10. Very tricky pair of corners, but Isti goes through it expertly, especially as driving on this game is generally a bit easier than last year. At least it is for me. I've just noticed the name of the currently 14th placed AlphaTauri, probably naked. I don't blame you. After all, the weather as of late has been horrendously hot. I would get back from work and just take off everything.
And then I'd probably scare the plants and make them wither at the sight of my... Well, not go there. But yes... very hot as of late. Couldn't function as Goshan is able to function. Very close to invalidating there, but isn't. Is he number 23? That's not possible. You can't be number 23. You're not Alex Albon. It must be a different number. It has to be a different number. Maybe it's 25? I can't tell because for whatever reason, no. I swear that's number 23. Or can't tell. Yes, 23. Apparently, Goshan is Alex Albon. So that's possibly a similar bug to what we had last year with the Carlos Sainz bug, except this time you're the Alex Albon bug. I don't know. Let's try and keep up with people. I'm spending too much time waffling. You're more interested in the cars, and here I am just looking at the numbers trying to see who's who. Right, so currently on outlaps we have Reese, probably naked, and A-Lord. After he had his first lap time deleted. We've got yellow flags in... The hell was that? Okay, it was a crow, I think. Sorry, I just heard something out of in the distance. Anyway, so A-Lord in the Alfa Romeo, about to cross the line to start what should be his first lap time on the board as he goes through the modified turn 1, goes a bit wide, probably still used to the old line. Can't blame you. It's quite difficult after playing the F1 games since 2018 for me, but I've played the 2017 game first.
and quite difficult to get used to some of these new corners, even with the racing line. And especially when you're rubbish like me. We've got more yellow flags, but doesn't seem to be anything too dangerous going on. The two Williams of Jabber and Luca, as Goshan has just gone fastest. Can you blame him? He's one of the fastest drivers around. And Pookie, last season's champion, as in the full season, not the mini season that I neglected to commentate because I just wasn't feeling it. But yeah, Goshan, the season 1 champion, and this is either season 2 or season 3, I don't know. Maybe someone will tell me. A-Lord does get a time on the board, 119.476, quite low down the order. Currently both Hasses still in the pits, Shankstar and Klasnick. Oh, okay, that was a slightly strange bug. Luca in the Williams, FW44, one of the first Williams, I think, that hasn't got a lot of white on it. Very strange to see a Williams that isn't. Well, the only white is the letters of the advertising and all that, the sponsors. So that's quite weird. We've had a spin for an Alfa Romeo, not an Alfa Romeo, Alfa Tauri. That is probably naked here. God, you're gonna have to change that name, man. I'm not gonna be able to keep a straight face. You're gonna get us demonetized as well or something. Another spin for... Is it a spin or is it just slow moving? Just a slow moving Pookie and the McLaren. And the stream does look absolutely fantastic on my phone. So shouldn't be contending with any issues. Oh. I know you can't see me right now, but imagine the Picard facepalm meme, and that's what I'm doing right now, because I am hearing that horrific 2021 engine bug. The bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. I can't believe they still haven't fixed it. But then again, Codemasters. And now that they're under EA, good luck getting any bugs fixed. I mean, this Codemasters now owned by the same company that released Battlefield 2042. And we all know how well that one went. Goshan, currently in P2, as his time was beaten by Luca, he's slightly faster in Sector 2, and don't know how he didn't invalidate there. It looked like he was over the line. And, I guess we've got the same inconsistent stewards that we do in real life. It's been a spin for a Ferrari behind. I don't know if that was Surtees or Reese. We'll stick with Goshan for now. See how much he improves. Don't know how fast his Sector 1 time was, but he does improve enough to go just faster than Luca. Surtees was not the Ferrari that spun, so it would have been Reese, as Lagand is retired because he's crashed. Oh dear. That's not a... Oh dear. Yep, that's embarrassing. So the best position Lagand can manage is 13th. But he's not got a lot of... He's not got a... Oh! Just watch that! Liam caught out by the curb there. Massive snap of oversteer. That was surprising. I'm not the greatest commentator when it comes to those things, so... Yeah. Who else do we have out there? We have the
Oh, he spins again, and that's actually ruined his session. Re-spinning on the exit of turn 10 for the second time in a row, I think. I don't blame him. It's not an easy corner to get right. But it was certainly harder on the earlier games. At least for me. Klasnic still in the pits. It was Shankstar who was having the issues before, but now it seems that Klasnic is the one having issues. Surtees has just gone through Sector 1, but he's a second down. So he's not going to improve that time. We've had Liam having another spin. Probably has cooked tyres, and the front wing is a bit broken. Pretty sure that's a bug, because I don't think it's meant to look like... Oh! Biscuit has crashed just in front of him. Everyone's pushing so hard that they're ruining their race... What races? They're qualifying here. I don't think Liam's going to get another chance here. He's got to pull in, and it's going to take forever. So I think Liam, best he can do is P8 here. People coming out. Pookie is one of them. Ooh, bit of a spin. Not spin, a tank slapper. That's what it was. And almost collected the Aston Martin of Groffel. And there's a Red Bull coming out. Which one is that? It's Eddie. He should have enough time. Yellow flag in Sector 1. And who's going to come across the line first? It's not going to be A-Lord. Quack is technically going to be one of the last cars as he's on an outlap here. But there is Big Vic behind, who's 2/10 up in Sector 2 in the Mercedes. I'm sorry, Vic, but because you're driving that car, I'm instantly not supporting you. Oh, he actually had a very poor third sector. He's lost 2.5 tenths there, quarter of a second. Pookie has just crossed the line to start his what will probably be his final flying lap here. Lots of people. Oh, there's been a crash. A-Lord has just gone into the wall. And I think there's someone else spinning. Yeah, same place that Reese crashed. It's the Goshen who will be first across the line then. Out of all these guys, it's probably going to be Quack here. He's 4/10 up through Sector 2. So doing quite well. Manages to keep it out of the wall. Looked like he was going over debris or marbles there. Through the modified turn 13? Well, it was 13. I guess technically it's turn 14? No, not 14. No. 12? 11? I had all the corner numbers locked down for once, and now I have to relearn them all again as Quack goes P9. The McLaren behind Big Liam starts his lap just in time, but I don't think Pookie is going to be able to. Oh, actually, maybe he is going to. Oh, he's actually not had a great lap, especially when he does that. Surtees. Oh, it's at an almost identical lap time. 1,000th slower. Who is going to be next? Oh, Isti has had a spin at that same corner. Eddie won't be improving. Yaluka is provisional pole by 0.285 of a second. Oh, that's Isti moving. Goshan didn't catch his Sector 2 time, so we'll have to see where he goes. There's probably Naked right there, as he's the only AlphaTauri remaining. Can't see his name. And Goshan cannot improve what he can improve, but not by a great margin. Only 0.11 of a second. That was strange. Had a bit of a lag spike there. Currently on laps then is... Oh, Liam has spun at the last corner, and Quack is pitting as he did finish his lap just in time. But yeah, there we go. Your pole sitter is Luka Jovic, ahead of Goshan by almost 0.2 of a second. A decent start to the season for Luka in the Williams. So ahead of us, we have 29 laps, I believe, of racing around this track. 50% race. And I would expect it to be a one-stop race, because everyone is going to do Pookie's strategy. Pookie used to love the alternate strategy, starting on the harder tyres and then going on to the softer tyres later on, but everyone is going to be doing that now. The softs only useful for a few laps at the end, really. Right. So 29 seconds until the race begins. And the grid is silent, but not for much longer. For we are waiting for the formation lap to begin. Everyone making some final adjustments, adjusting strategies and whatnot. But now is the time to get underway for the formation lap. And I would imagine everyone is on medium tyres. Oh, there's a few people taking some strange strategies. We have Big Liam and Reese on soft tyres, whilst Quack and A-Lord, both of the Alfa Romeos, on hard tyres. I don't know why I'm doing this received pronunciation thing. I don't know why I've gone so posh all of a sudden. Yeah, I don't know. Odd one. Very odd. Otherwise, aside from those four drivers, everyone is on the medium tyres, and as we can see, the predicted pit stop strategy laps 13 to 16, mediums to hards, and a two-stop strategy for those on the softs. And the soft tyres really don't last very long in this game. We'll want that position change. We'll want the lap data and the telemetry. And of course, because we have the new immersive formation lap, everyone's going to be able to line up in their grid slots just the way they want. So we could see Luka here try and cover off Goshan. Maybe try and angle it to his car to the right. Try and cut him off. But we shall see as the leaders are onto the straight, ready to line up. Now don't tell me I'm going to have to... Thanks. That's useful. As the final car on the grid. Oh, few people not lining up properly. But yeah, final car on the grid to the AlphaTauri of Probably Naked. Oh, this is very useful. We've got this glitch too. We just switch. Oh no, that's a useless camera angle. Incredibly useless as we get underway. 5 lights out. Lights out and away we go as we do finally get... Oh, there's chaos on the opening lap. We've got crashes way down the field. Man, we already have a safety car, I think. No, full course. In fact, yes, there is got to be a safety car. That was a massive crash. We have already lost Lasso and Big Six from the race. What happened to Big Six?
I don't see his car anywhere. Well, there are two Aston Martins out on track at the minute, but one of them is the safety car. Pookie and Surtees have gained front wing damage. Normally, you would be able to still race with that, but probably best to replace the wings anyway. Is there damage on anyone else? Oh, Lagant has had a horrific, not a poor start, I guess. He's lost one position, but I think he's going to have to replace his front wing as well. Horrific start for Surtees and Pookie. Pretty good start for Groffel, actually. He's gained 6 positions, but it's Reese who has capitalized the most. He's gone up 8 positions from 19th to 11th. Though those soft tyres not going to be for much use for a particularly long period of time. Anyone else have damage? Actually, Luca's coming into the pits. Huh. Why is that? Putting on the hard tyres at this stage? No. Bad idea. Look, I understand if you have damage. Like Quack here. Having to... Oh, he's got the 5-second penalty as well. A few people... Oh, no! Double stack in the pit lane. Oh, that's disaster for A-Lord. And... So A-Lord's getting a penalty... And he's got a penalty? No, he doesn't have a penalty himself. Oh, we've got Schrodinger's front wings there. And the crew does at least turn around A-Lord's car as quickly as they can. So, not too bad for A-Lord, I guess, but he's still at the bottom of the field. In fact, he's exactly where he started the race, and having to contend with very cold tyres. Something like 70 degrees on the carcass temperature, which is really quite cold, and as someone who doesn't tend to race with the carcass temperatures on... Oh! Pookie has crashed! Probably those cold tyres. We'll ride on board... Oh, no! Season 1's champion finds himself in the wall on lap 2. What an ignominious end to... Well, ignominious start to the season, really. Qualified quite well, and it's ended on lap 2 under the safety car, which for some reason the game seems to think isn't out. It just says sectors 1, 2 and 3, and hopefully the safety car doesn't try and participate in the race like it did in the CRS social race a couple of weeks ago. That was yeah, that was something. Fortunately, it didn't disqualify me when I hit it, but, yeah, apparently, safety car decided it was a race car. And going very, very slowly. So, it's currently, the order is Goshan in the lead after Luca decided to pit for some reason. I don't know why he did that, but I guess he decided he didn't want to be on the mediums anymore. It's Goshan from Eddie and Istir and Groffel and Liam Klasnick in the Haas up to 4th place. ARX Biscuit up to 6th. Big Vic, not up to 6th, up to 7th, sorry, I'm reading the wrong numbers. Big Vic up 4 places, Jabba up 5, Reese up 9 now, after Luca's pit. I'm getting all my words mixed up. Shankstar, probably naked, up 8 positions as well, from P20. Safety car in this lap. And do try to come in as there's a bit of chaos in the mid-pack here. And Luca trying to warm up his tyres a bit. Let's not get a Tuscan Grand Prix situation here. In fact, I think the Austrian Grand Prix
once in a CRS, back when it was still CRT. Yeah, we had that happen once. That was not fun. Finish off my drink quickly as someone has retired already. And it was A-Lord? A-Lord has front wing damage. In fact, there has been a crash. Quack has been crashed out by Surty, I think. What? We have had a bit of a Tuscan Grand Prix situation. But no safety car, no immediate re-safety car. Oh, we've got sparks for some reason. Shouldn't have any effect anyway. Goshan currently a second ahead of Eddie and flying away. Well, actually not quite flying away. Sort of staying level. As Isti ran a little bit wide there. Might get a warning for his troubles. Eddie actually managing to maintain the distance to Goshan. Actually possibly catching up. In fact, he is catching up a little bit. Maybe he has a bit more higher top speed than Goshan. And yes, that does show as he lost a little bit of time through the turns 9 and 10. The sort of chicane thingamajig. And lost even more time at that final hairpin of sorts, the 90 degree. In fact, he's losing a lot of time through Sector 3. Can he regain that time? Oh, was that Isti in the wall? No, he's not. He's not crashed. In fact, Goshan definitely slower on the straights. Not by much. But enough. He's fast enough through the corners that he's definitely pulling away from Eddie. So top speed definitely doesn't appear to be the thing to go for here. And I don't know if anyone's using the 0-0 wing hack thing. It's possible, but I don't know. I don't exactly have access to these guys' strategies. I think we'd be able to find out, though. We'll see what Eddie's top speed is down this second straight here. It's quite high, considering that he doesn't have the DRS, so he may be running 0-0 wings. Bit of jockeying for position down the field, as we have Luca getting past Reese, and... well, not getting past, but he's fighting with... Hang on, no, wait, I'm getting all my cars mixed up. Reese has probably just been passed by Luca here, and that's Jabber in front of Luca. Will Jabber try and fight his teammate? Oh, there's been an issue behind. That's probably Naked. He's spun. That's why you don't drive whilst naked, mate. Oh, possibly a spin for Liam? Oh, especially with that. Yeah, he's definitely got something wrong with his car there. And he gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane for his trouble. DRS has probably been enabled now, but we won't get it just yet. And there's a bit of a scrap going on for ultimately what is P7. And Luca, in fact, has got past Jabber reasonably easily. So Jabber can now perform his ever dutiful purpose of being a roadblock. And he's already a second behind Luca, as Surty sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. Reese, relatively close behind. He'll get the DRS. Oh, that was unexpected there. I think Reese was definitely caught out there. Probably thought she just got distracted and thought that the straight was going to go on for longer. Oh, and it kind of gets Lagand a bit out of shape there as well. So that slowed Reese down, and he's now outside of the points, but still fighting with the Red Bull. It's like real life, except worse. Because they're fighting for a single point here. Who's going to have the DRS? Reese will. Will Reese have the inside. Well, yes, he will have the inside. Oh, but it doesn't have the speed. He has to slow down a lot more. And Isti picks up a 3-second time penalty for track extension. Or whatever. Probably went 5 millimeters over the white line or something. Klasnik in 4th in the Haas. Last time a Haas was in 4th, I think, was Austria 2018? Ooh. Lagand, I think, has had an issue. Yes, he's possibly spun on the exit of turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. We've also Liam is having an issue. Oh, he's broken his front wing. Liam not having a great race here. Finding it very frustrating. Oh, I should have gone the other way. Never mind. Goshan currently a second clear of Eddie, who is under threat from Isti, though, of course, Isti has that 3-second time penalty. Will that enable Klasnik to catch up? Not sure. We'll see. Luca, meanwhile, up to 6th. I think someone else has made a pit stop. I think Groffel has. So that's enabled Luca to get within striking distance of Big Vic in the Mercedes. We've got another yellow flag, and that's Lagand. He's crashed. And we've got another yellow full course safety car. Whatever. Safety car. Lagand caught out by the final turn. And the safety car has come out again. This is going to allow some people to... Oh. Yep, there's been a... Okay. It's going to allow some people to try and get back into the game. Though, probably naked, as a result of being naked, has earned himself a drive-through penalty for speeding under the safety car. That's a bit of a rookie mistake. What will the top 3 do here? Will they go into hards? Well, Goshan goes in, Eddie goes in, Isti goes in. He's going to have to rely on the double stack here. We'll see how it goes for the Alpines. And yeah, Isti does have to wait. But it's trouble-free. Klasnik will probably not be ahead. And things are looking fairly decent right now. Luca did not pit, so he's still on those hard tyres he initially pit onto. And where else are things? How are things going? We've had 5 retirements from this race so far. Lasso and Big Six on the first lap. Pookie on the second lap. Quack just a couple of laps ago. And Lagand, who crashed 1 lap ago and was the instigator of this current safety car. We're only 9 laps in, and we've had 2 safety cars already. It's been pretty quick between safety cars. So we're going to have to wait a little while for Big Liam to be able to catch up to the back of the pack. Might take a little while, even if he's driving like he stole it. So, car number 7, Luka Jovic, or Jovic, or however you pronounce it. Oh, Liam picks up a 3-second time penalty under the safety car. That's embarrassing. But he should be able to catch up to the safety car pack on lap 10. Which means racing will get back underway for lap 11. Just gotta keep an eye on things.
Let's take a look at something else other than the position change, shall we? Pit stops. All but 2 of the current drivers have made 1 pit stop. Surtees made 3, Liam has made 2. Current tyre age, A-Lord and Luca on similarly aged hards, 7 and 8 lap old hards respectively, which is not going to be an advantage. Luca definitely made a mistake stopping that early. Currently, penalties, Liam has 12 seconds worth of penalties. That's bad. Probably Naked is a drive-through for speeding. Biscuit, Reese, and Isti have 3-second penalties for corner cutting, which isn't that bad. So that's 4 drivers with corner cutting penalties, but Liam has 4 of those penalties, which means he's cut a lot of corners. 1, 2, 3. He's had 4 penalties, which means he's had to cut 12 corners, essentially. Oh! Safety car being very strange. Bit of lag going on, I think. So the safety car is in this lap. Oh. And it has finally moved away. It isn't pinging backwards and forwards. Fuel on the Williams seems to be equal. I don't know, it's just red. Maybe he's underfueled it and is gonna try and fuel save later as he crosses the safety car line 1 and gets underway for the restarted race. And Goshan right behind. He's going to have superior grip, or at least he should have superior grip. And you can see just how much closer he gets to Luca there. It wasn't a lot, but it was definitely something. Is he going to take a dive up the inside of turn 3? No, it's not quite the overtaking zone it used to be. Is he going to try and go up the outside even of turn 4? No, he can't. Doesn't quite have that much grip, but he does clearly have a bit more grip. Can't make an overtake into turn 6 or whatever it was. Then onto the modified section, which is basically just a great big straight. Would have had a DRS zone, but decided not to have one for some reason. Goshan is a bit faster in a straight line than Luca is, but can't make the overtake move just there. We won't have DRS for another 2 laps, so lap 13, he's making the move on Luca right now, but he can't keep it up the inside for very long. And Eddie gonna try and fight here. What happened to Isti? Something has happened to Isti. He's had a very poor restart. He's down in 6th. So that means Eddie 1 is in the hunt for a potential victory here. Goshan just a bit further behind. He doesn't quite have as much top speed as he probably would like. Certainly he has less than Eddie, but at least more downforce than Eddie, I think. I'd be very much interested to know what's... Ooh, we've had a crash. That's Groffle. And he's lost his front wing, possibly. Maybe not a lot of it. Or maybe he just spummed. But otherwise, he's still going. Naked has served his drive-through. God, please change your name. I can't keep a straight face. Where was I? Right, so Eddie was 3/10 behind, and now he's almost 5/10 behind Goshan, because he clearly doesn't have as much downforce. Ah, yes, that was what I was going to say. Or ask. I'd be very interested to know what sort of setups people are using, as it would help me. We've had another crash. What's going on? It's Reese. No, it's not a crash. Something's gone on, though. We have actually had a crash. Groffle has lost his front wing now. DRS is enabled. but we won't get it until the Sector 3 straight, really.
And Luca, to his credit, is hanging on. Isti has managed to get past Vic, and he's now going to try and make a move on Klasnik here. The Haas, obviously all cars are equal here, but the Alpine driver, I think, is just a bit better than Klasnik is. No fault to Klasnik. Like, he's a better driver than I am. He's just clearly not quite the same caliber of driver that Isti is. So what can Klasnik do on this straightaway? The Haas clearly a bit slower in a straight line. He's defending the inside. Well, Isti has to back off a little bit. And the Haas remains in fourth for now. DRS for the Alpine, who wants to try and get back into that fight for a podium, but currently being held up by Klasnik. I really need to figure out where the names of the drivers have gone. I swear I had that before. Anyway, Isti within 3/10 of the Haas and taking a bit more curb than the Haas, but not quite as fast down the straight. No, he has to back off. Klasnik sort of taking the old line. Oh, there's been another crash, and that time it was Reese. He's had a spin on the final corner, but I don't think his car is actually damaged. And the fight for P1 still within 0.6 of a second. That's those modern 2022 regulations coming into effect. Eddie not using a lot of his energy here, but then again, neither are the top two drivers. And you have to be so much more careful with your energy usage on this game, because you just don't get it back as easily, and you don't have as much to play with. And Klasnik has been passed by Isti. I didn't catch that, unfortunately. But he will have the DRS. He should be able to keep within Isti. As Isti goes a bit wider, has a bit of a... Oh, no. Big Liam's race has come to an end, and we have a third safety car. As the 9-10 chicane catches another driver out. And the leaders have, crucially, already passed the pit lane. Luca, though, is not going to be able to make another pit stop. Some drivers are coming in for a pit stop, but it's just a Lord and Biscuits, I think. Actually, no, Reese is coming in as well. We'll see if he needs to replace his wing. No, apparently he does. I don't see any damage on that wing, but evidently the game thinks there is. Groffel also going very slowly. Maybe he's got one hell of a delta to keep up with. Kills. Dude, this isn't World of Tanks, man. This is this is Formula 1. I don't think you're meant to get kills in this game. I didn't notice that until just now, because I don't have the ability to see the chat, because I'm actually using this, logged into the CRS account on my Streamlabs, but I'm using the stream key to stream to the Huts TV channel. But unfortunately, the stream chat is still in Dutch, so, oh, that's weird. That was weird. Oh no! What's happened to Klasnik? Oh no! I think Klasnik has been caught out by the safety car glitching there, pinging back and forward. Apparently this game is esports ready. Not with a safety car like that, it's not. Is it any wonder that esports doesn't use the safety car when it does things like that? Oh no, Surtees retired too! Maybe Surtees just had enough. I don't see him. Yeah, he's gone off the track and he's had enough. That is
We're down to 12 runners. And the safety car... Well, I know that Pookie said he got some kills, but the safety car, I think, just got even more than he did. That's embarrassing. What's the point of the safety car if it's more of a danger car? It's like that one little CI beefer that got onto the Spa-Francorchamps circuit during the middle of a GT race. Picked up the wrong car as a leader and ruined the race of at least 2 or 3 other cars. So, Aston Martin V8 Vantage safety car, very much a danger car. We need to be careful. The safety car is hunting us. Oh, Groffel picks up a 3-second time penalty for cutting corners, trying to catch up to the pack. We have 13 laps left here. It feels like we've only had 5 laps of racing. Most of it's been under a frickin' safety car. We should get underway for lap 17 though, if Groffel can catch up. But what can Groffel do? Will he make a mistake? He's racing his car. Doesn't hit the wall like Liam did. Was it Liam? Yeah, it was Liam, wasn't it? And unless the safety car decides to do super speed again, I think Groffel's fine. I don't think the safety car is hunting Groffel this time. So the top 4 is as it was, more or less, at the beginning of the race. It's Luca, then Goshan, then Eddie, then Isti. And these are the 4 drivers most likely to get a podium. But it's a question of who will get the top step of that podium, and at the minute I reckon Goshan is the one with the best chance, as his tyres well, the tyres 8 laps old versus Luca's 15 laps old. Now I don't know about you, but that normally means that you're on better, faster tyres. Also, keep an eye out on Reese, who is on 2-lap-old mediums. We'll have to see how Reese does here. Safety car in this lap. Groffel did manage to catch back up. I haven't been paying that much attention to the ERS usage, so we'll turn the telemetry off. Keep the map open and whatnot. And the safety car is not hunting the field again, so keep an eye on things. Luca will lead the pack away again for the 3rd time today. Not just from pole, but from 2 safety cars. And he's going for it. Safety car line 1 is right there. And, actually, no, it's right there. Actually, oh no, and he makes a mistake on the final turn. And Goshan, oh, actually, he got an illegal overtake there. So he didn't do what David Coulthard did all those years ago. He didn't wait until the finish line. He overtook before the finish line and had to give the place back as Shankstar has spun that turn 1. So now Goshan could have had an easy overtake there, but unfortunately he's had to give up that position. There is a slight gap forming between Goshan and Eddie, and already there's 2 seconds between Isti and Vic. So, this is one one spread out field, you can definitely see who is Formula 1 and who is Formula 1.5 here. Look at the speed of these guys. You don't just pull out 2 seconds in one lap if you're not that fast. Wait, I don't know. I swear I make sense sometimes. So, top 4. Top 4. Let's go to leader. Within 2 seconds of one another. But the gap between Goshan and Eddie, the largest. Or it was, at least. Yeah, it was larger, but now it's definitely shrunk a little bit. So now it's Isti who's furthest behind. And Luca just has to try and hold on for as long as he can. Try and get Williams their first Grand Prix victory since Spain 2012. Of course, we all know that the real-life Williams is not capable of that at this time. But in-game, anything is possible. And you can turn the worst Formula 1 car of 2022 into a championship winner. Though I think we're not winning anything at this rate, I think, because Luca was quite a bit slower through 9 and 10 there. And definitely seeming a bit slower, though maybe he has a bit of better traction. I can't tell everything, unfortunately. Some things just aren't for me to know. Actually, Goshan losing a bit of time through the third sector, but I imagine he's not going to be losing too much more time as he's got DRS, though he might lose a bit of time if he keeps going that far off the track. I'm pretty sure he's just picked up a warning there. In fact, I'll be able to watch the stream back. Where did he go? Whoa, very close. Maybe he didn't. DRS will not be well, it is enabled on this lap, but we won't get it until just a few turns away. And actually, Goshan losing touch. He's not going so well here. Though he does have the straight line speed compared to Luca. Luca definitely relying on the higher downforce, it would seem. But now Goshan gets the DRS, and it should allow him to keep up with Luca at the very least. 9 laps to go. We'll see how things are. That DRS for Goshan has allowed him to pull slightly ahead of Eddie, though he was only a second ahead briefly. Luca, despite being on some of the oldest tyres on the field, manages to put in the fastest lap of the race so far. That's despite Goshan having newer tyres and the DRS. Of course, he does have slight dirty air to contend with, not a huge amount. And Eddie just falling further and further behind. And I think this is Eddie out of contention for the win. He is just not too fast around here. Not as fast as he probably would like, though he does have a bit of straight line speed that's going to allow him to get the DRS. But it's not going to allow him to keep up too much. How was his 9 and 10 there? Not great. Hasn't had the greatest of launches. At least he has a front row seat. Oh, is that a bit wide? That is a bit wide. Has that opened the door for Isti there? Isti's definitely getting a bit closer. Eddie's going to want to get as close to the top 2 as he can. Will he have the DRS? I think he will do. Let's look. No, he doesn't have the DRS. So that, bit of a disaster for Eddie, which means he's going to be vulnerable into turn 3. 1, 2, 3, yes. But how much faster is Isti? Not as fast as he would like.
Oh, it's a bit of a slide for Isti there as well. He's lost a bit of time. So he's made a mistake or an error of some description, and that's given Eddie a bit of breathing room, but Eddie falling outside of a second again. He's got to rely on his straight line speed again here, like the real life Red Bull. Is it going to be enough though? No. In fact, he doesn't have a lot of energy to play with, so that's probably what was going on, which means he is out of the DRS, and now he's more or less outside of contention for a top step of the podium. Goshan, though, hounding Luca here, but the car's just too equal. Too equal, can you imagine that? If only it was like this in real life. Very tense battle for the lead. Oh, spin for Gruffle. Fortunately, he's able to keep it out of the wall, and he's able to keep going. But Goshan, oh, getting close, very close. Oh, and he's gone over the edge again there. Oh, and he picked up a penalty. And he's making a dive. Oh, not quite enough, though. Goshan does have a 3-second time penalty, so no matter where he finishes on the road, at this rate, he'll end up behind Eddie. Luca has managed to keep it clean, and Goshan's just been pushing his car too much. Which means if Eddie can keep within the 3-second margin, he'll stay. Oh, it's getting very close at the front. Goshan gets the DRS again, but he's used up all of his energy. We'll bring that telemetry back, actually. He's down below 10%, whilst Luca has a bit more. A bit more than that. 40%, actually. That's quite a lot more. And that's going to be giving Luca a bit of an advantage. He can dump it down the straights, though he's not. He doesn't need to, because Goshan doesn't have enough to really take advantage of it. And this is where Luca's using his energy now on the second DRS straight here. The DRS is helping Goshan a bit, but Luca just playing it expertly by ear here. Or I don't actually know what by ear means. Why would I say that then? Meanwhile, Vic is defending from A-Lord, the one remaining Alfa Romeo here. Ooh, who goes a bit wide. Might have picked up a warning there. No, he goes a bit wide there too. Followed to the old racing line. Has to use some of his energy to try and catch back up. Isti, meanwhile, getting very close to Eddie there. Very close indeed. He's got a lot of energy to play with. I reckon he wants to get in front of Eddie and then try and make up those 3 seconds that he'll pay for at the end of the race. Not working out just yet, though. And I think the lack of ERS on Goshan's car is going to allow Eddie to catch up a little bit. Goshan dumping. He wasn't dumping actually. He just used a little bit of it, but he's still doesn't have quite as much ERS as he probably would like. Luca has almost 50% ERS charge. Goshan only 20%. Same with Eddie. Not so much for Isti, who's just using the DRS to cruise along. And I think Isti is the faster car here. He's not having to use the DRS quite so much. Oh, we've got a car going slowly. That is Reese. I think he's messed up turn 2 a little bit. So even though he had the DRS, he's lost 2 seconds to Shankstar. So that's him out of contention for the points, I think. Shankstar now chasing after Naked. God. That sounds so silly. Hugging the inside there. That's a very strange behaviour. And Shankstar's going to take P9 here, regardless. Even if he does finish behind Naked. I have such a rubbish mind. So, I think he's probably going to get ahead of the AlphaTauri here. Regardless of how things go. Oh, thought there was thought the AlphaTauri was spinning off there. Wasn't in the end. And using the GRS and the ERS, and that's P9 on the road for Shankstar. And now he's off chasing off after Big Jabber, but it's gonna be a lot of work to try and catch back up. And Jabber doesn't have a penalty, so Jabber probably has P8 here. Oh, not if he goes that wide again, though. Isti was making a bit of a move there. He'll have the DRS on this mini straight here, and I think he's going to be able to make the move. Eddie has run out of energy, and that is P3 on the road, but Eddie's fighting back. What a race here we've got here, guys. And though Eddie does have to concede the place, but that's fine. He doesn't need to race too hard, as he's going to get at least P3. However, he does need to push a bit, because, well, Goshan has the 3-second penalty, but I don't think he's within 3 seconds of Goshan. Hang on, leader? Yeah, it's close. He's just within it. He needs to push, stay within Goshan's penalty margin. And actually, whilst I was watching the battle between Shankstar and the AlphaTauri, Goshan has fallen outside of not just a second, almost 2 seconds on Luca, who has so much energy to play with. And actually, I think Eddie is going to be able to take P2 on the road here, for through penalties here, even as the AlphaTauri has spun, and that's allowed Reese to get past. And actually, bit of a switching of positions here between Goshan and Isti. Has Goshan damaged his car? I don't know. Possibly. Not Alex Albon, definitely struggling here. Otherwise, he wouldn't have allowed Isti past so easily. Unless it's the teamwork here. Maybe they know that Isti is the faster driver. Though, both of them pick up penalties here. So, Eddie was looking a bit tight on the penalties, but now he's fine. Now he doesn't have to worry about it whatsoever. In fact, Big Vic could be an upset, a disappointment. What? An upset here. If he can find 4 seconds. Don't think he has it in him, but we'll see. Could see a Mercedes on the podium, but it's not looking likely. And he's got bigger fish to fry with the... Oh! The Alfa Romeo behind. Biscuits and Jabber have 6-second penalties. Jabber didn't have any penalties the last time I saw him. That means he's cut possibly 4 corners since the last time, which means Shankstar is going to get P8 here. And keeping up with the penalties for once is incredible. And actually, look at that. Isti has managed to catch up to Luca somewhat, and he's dragging Goshan with him. Eddie as well a little bit. So Isti making some inroads on Luca, but it's the final lap of the race. And I think it's just it's too little too late for the the Alpines here, actually. Are they going to actually... And Isti lets Goshan by. Bit of fighting between Big Vic and A-Lord, and it hasn't worked out for the Alfa Romeo. He's used up all of his energy, made a dive bomb by the looks of things, but it's not worked out. But that has cost Big Vic here, so he's not going to get on the podium. And Goshan actually lost a bit of time. What is Isti gonna do? Is he gonna stay behind, or is he gonna try and make the move? I don't know these guys well enough, so I don't know what they would do. But Goshan doesn't have the energy left. Well, neither of them do, really, and it's gonna be a battle between the Alpines. This is gonna let the Red Bull of Eddie past if they keep stumbling over themselves like this. I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. He's got P2 anyway. Final corner, though. It's Luka Jovic who will take the first victory of the year. It's going to be P2 on the road for Goshan, but that turns into P3 as his penalty is applied, and Eddie will take P2, Goshan P3, Isti P4. Big Vic just ahead of Alord there to take P5. Biscuit, 6 seconds of penalties. Jabba also 6 seconds of penalties. Probably going to mean that Shankstar is P7. It's even better than I thought it would be. P7 for the Haas. What a race for those guys. And we have the final 2 guys on the track. The AlphaTauri of Probably Naked and Groffor is the final car over the line. Bit of a hectic race. Bit of a race of attrition too. We started with 20 drivers even. Finished with 12. That's 8 drivers who didn't finish. And there we go. And there's your race winners. Winner, everyone. Ooh, a bit of chugging on the podium. Like, PC doesn't like this game as much as the last one. It really likes F1 2020. Well, I preferred... Oh, God, that's really bad frame rate. If I could afford something better, I would. I'd get a 3080 Ti. I'd get the best motherboard, whatever that is. I only know graphics cards and processors. I'd get all the best stuff. Is that Brendan Lee? I think that was the Brendan Lee model there for Eddie. But there we go. Luca takes maximum points. No, in fact, yes, indeed, maximum points. He also got the fastest lap of the race. But if not, wasn't really actually getting that information. 1:21.1. 2 tenths faster than Isti. Big Jabber, I think, had the second fastest lap there. Hard to tell. Not going to be able to tell either, because we're going back to the menu. The lobby. But there we go. That is the first race of the season. We'll probably be back here next week. That's weird. We're done after only 75 minutes. I'm gonna take that as a good omen. If we have streams this fast in future, well, I've got a busy day ahead of me tomorrow anyway, so there we go, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to... Yeah. Stuff. Just stuff.